What's up, tubes? Fearless here. I got another Tecumseh horizontal shaft, and if you've seen my channel, you see that there is a pattern. Basically, I think these are excellent quality engines. They are. This one was built in 1978, so it's just about to turn 40 years old, as many of the ones I've had in the past. And picked this engine up for free back in the spring, along with a 2001 6.5 horse overhead valve horizontal shaft Briggs and Stratton engine. And the only thing this engine needed was the gas tank needed to be cleaned out, and I had to clean out the carburetor. And the plastic fuel inlet fitting on it was old and shot and cracked, so I just had to replace that. Tune it up. Now it runs perfect, so it's going to be for sale. It's an HS40, which is a horizontal shaft 4.0. You can argue at the time the 4 and 5 horsepower are basically the same engine. The block's the same size. The only difference would be maybe the piston's a little bit smaller and the valves. Otherwise, same engine. Now, Sears paid for the privilege of having this renamed or rebadged as a Sears engine with the Sears model number, but that Sears model number right there equates to an HS40. Nice little engine. It's got the key spark arrestor ignition, the throttle right near it with the choke and a primer. Provisions for an electric start, half-gallon fuel tank, and as I've already said in many of my videos, these engines can swap from winter to summer simply by removing this heater cover box and putting a air filter on in its place. Now, this engine was always a winter engine, so that means it was never exposed to dust, dirt, and all that other crap, which is a good thing. So I'm just gonna start it, show how well it runs, and then it's gonna be for sale. Okay, but you can see there's a pattern here. These engines are excellent. People that say Tecumseh is junk just doesn't know their engines. They don't know how to work on them. They don't know what they're talking about. I've had multiple engines, Tecumseh engines from the 60s and 70s, particularly these horizontal shafts, the Snowkings in particular. There's still tons of them around. They run great, they start easy, and they're little workhorses. So, without further debut, start this up. Got a good heartbeat, many more years of service left of this baby. Just can't beat these Tecumsehs. Perfect for a mini bike, replacement snowblower engine, or any other piece of machinery for that matter. Right now it's set up for winter. You know, on a mini bike, if you're driving on the road, you really don't need to put an air filter on. I mean, if you're running it out in dirty climates and the woods, you may want to put an air filter on. But other than that, another rock solid Tecumseh. Got the serial number right here, 8150B. 1978, 150th day, assembly line B. Now, since it's on this bench, and this bench isn't really very secure because of all the rattling, you know, it was kind of shaking the carb a little, and even with that, it was still running excellent. You know, you gotta remember, it wasn't even under a load right now, and it's still running damn near perfect. On a secure machine, under a load, that thing is gonna be running perfect. So, you know, once again, Another beautiful Tecumseh, 1978, 40 years old, 3/4 inch shaft, 2 1/4 inches long with the keyway. It's basically set up, ready to go. And these L heads, you know, they're nice and compact, easy to fit onto anything, a mini bike, frame, snowblower, all that, without having to do basically any modifications. Alright, tubes. Now I was also given a Briggs, like I said, a 6.5 horse Briggs overhead valve. That video will be coming shortly, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be one of my first Briggs engines on its own, you know, not on anything. It's 2001, still all American made. That's going to be coming up. Alright, so check out my channel, subscribe, like, comment, and that's it. Later.